Oh, what a rush. Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer that was sent to me by the one and only Jordan from Reviewing Under Influence. So thank you very much, Jordan, for sending this beer out this way. I've been meaning to look at it a long time ago and just didn't get to it, and that's perfectly okay since it is a sour ale. I should be able to sit on it for a little while. It's Eat en Birkenale de Molen. Bezoek de Molen? Visit de Molen? Whatever. Excuse me. It's Lief and Lead. Lief and Lead by de Molen. Brewery de Molen. In, I do believe, Belgium? Produced by, oh no, Netherlands. Okay, so this is from the Netherlands. 6.2% alcohol by volume. Strong beer, Lief and Lead. 10 IBU. Well, EBU is what it says. No, EBC 52, 10 EB. Okay, I don't understand it. Whatever. Who cares? You know what? It's 6.2% alcohol. It's a sour ale. He sent it to me. He said it was really, really good. He sent this to me months ago, and I just haven't gotten to it. And basically what happened is, every time I go to get it, I get new beers, like new IPAs and stuff. And sadly, as much as I love my sour ales, I always know that I can let them sit a little... Oh, this cork's going to fire itself off. It's already freezing. I don't know if you can see it, but it's already rising in the bottle. So let's point it that way. I thought it would just fire off because as soon as I took... Okay. I thought it would fire because as soon as I took the cage off, it raised, and I thought it would fire. But I thought incorrectly. I apologize. That was very anticlimactic. I've had ones fire. I actually have holes in the insulation above my head from fired corks. Wow. I did not expect that color. Wow, that is ruby red. I don't know if I can get the light to show it, but that is a ruby red color. The head has a huge sound. Listen to that. Look how active that head is. Little off-white color. Like, out of the bottle, it almost smells like it's oak aged. Yeah, it almost smells like it's oak aged. I get almost like an oak tannin and a touch of vanilla and a sourness and a little bit of roastiness on the nose. Let's try it. Cheers. Okay. So here's where I sit with this beer. I love sour ales. But a lot of sour ales that come from Europe, which is where I enjoy my sour ales from the most. Let's be clear. I think the botanicals and the fauna in Europe are a lot better at creating sours than here in North America. Most North American sours I've ever had have been kettle soured, and most European sours I've had have been yeast or other fauna soured. So I do enjoy European sours more. This one I'm on the fence with. I'm not sure if I really like it or don't like it. There is a little bit of a taste in there that is reminding me of perm chemicals. And why would I know what perm chemicals taste like? Well, I never ate perm chemicals. Although if I did, that would explain a few things about me. But no, I never ate, per se, perm chemicals. But I have... my bedroom when I was a kid was in the basement, and my mother had an illegal hair salon in the basement too, and it was all old ladies that would use her hair salon. So all these old ladies would be there using her hair salon, and they would always be getting perms and stuff. So I would basically go to school. At school, I would work out in the weight room for an hour. Then I would do wrestling practice for 3 hours. Then I would run for another hour. Then I'd come home. I'd watch like 2 hours of Star Trek, basically, because I'd put it on sci-fi. I'd watch like, the sci-fi was Babylon 5 at 5 o'clock. Then Star Trek The Next Generation at 6. Star Trek Deep Space Nine at 7. And Star Trek Voyager at 8. It was Space is what it was called back then. And sometimes I'd make it all the way to Voyager. Usually I'd fall asleep in Babylon 5 and that sort of thing. And then I'd wake up with this horrible taste in my mouth. And I'd be like, what's going on? And I'll look around, I'd hear my mother talking on the other side of the basement to some old lady as she's perming her hair. And I'd usually walk up in my boxer shorts and stand there and be like, hey ladies. Back then I was hot, so people wanted me back then, so I'd hit on the old ladies. Yeah. So that story that took me a few minutes was just to tell you that this kind of has that taste to it. And that story took more time than it should have. A little bit of like a raspberry flavor. A little bit of an oaky, almost tannin. Nice roasted malt. But all underlying with that perm chemical taste right in the back of my throat. But it is nice and sour. That first sip was really sour. As it's had a chance to breathe, it's gotten less sour. Yeah, you know what? I really want to love this. I really do. That raspberry flavor, that roasted barley flavor, that beautiful sourness that just hits the back of the throat. I really want to love this. But every time I take a sip, I can just think of that perm chemical taste in my mouth. You know what? It's a good beer. It's a good beer, and I think a lot of people could like it. It has everything you want. It has the sourness. It has a nice roasted flavor. It has a nice, almost oaky tannin flavor. It has a little bit of a touch of fruitiness, all of which you should get on a good sour ale. All that being said, it's not for me. I was hoping it would be. As soon as I pulled that out of the box, I was like, yes, sour ale. I love sours. But I've always noticed with sours, it's a lot like a few other styles out there. For me, there's no really middle ground. It's either I like them a lot, or I dislike them. Now, this one I will say is made well. There's no faults in it. It's just, I don't like it. I don't personally like the taste of it. I will drink the rest of the bottle as I watch the latest episode of Ash vs. the Evil Dead, because I think I'm 2 episodes back now. I didn't watch it last week. So I'm 2 episodes back now, so I will drink this while I watch it. But it's just not for me. I will say out of 10 on the beer itself, I'd probably give it a 7.5 on the beer itself, but on personal flavor for me, I'll give it a 5.5. I could drink it, but I just don't really want to. only because of a paradigm I have in the back of my mind with every sip I take. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Jordan. Bye-bye.